The first round of the NBA playoffs continues as we gear up for game number 4 out east. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Hi, everyone. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you talk about the Nets coming in. They lead this finals 3 games to none, and the impressive win in Game 3 means they are well on their way to moving on.
And I'll tell you what, I am shocked. I mean shocked that we're here at 3-0 right now. I really thought this was going to be a battle. So now on the other side, this is a test about who you are as a basketball team. Do you have the resolve to fight back, or are you resigned to the fact that this one's just about over?
Here's Irving into the front court. Down just a couple. To Griffin. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. It's in the hands of James Harden. Down low to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
To Durant. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Williams across the timeline. Up by 3. Blake Griffin rejects it. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Capella. From the painted area, won't go down. And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
To Capella. Kevin Durant. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Harden can't go down. Smothering defense. Williams into the front court. His team up by 1. Michael Beasley with the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. It's James Harden once again. To Durant. That pass stolen by the Hawks. Williams to Beasley. Shot from the lane won't go. Jordan to Irving. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Irving into the front court. Down 5. To Griffin. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Trae Young, a pass down low to Beasley. Blake Griffin sends it away. And that one out of bounds off a net. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Williams. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Nice pass to set things up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Beasley. Williams. They work it to Capella, down low. No good. And the rebound taken in by Jordan. Kyrie across the timeline. They're down 3. Harden to Jordan. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Brooklyn's got it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Trae Young. A pass stolen by the Nets. To Griffin. Trae Young to Beasley. Trae Young to Williams. No good. To Harden. Draws the contact, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Here's Atlanta. Trae Young to Williams. Takes stock of the floor. Williams to Trae Young. Jumper's good.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Irving with the basketball. Leads 1. Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. DeAndre Jordan snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Harden shoots. Wide open look, won't go. Trae Young. DeAndre Jordan with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Trae Young. 4-3. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Allen Crabbe. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Trae Young. Shot clock violation. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Griffin, going to launch beyond the arc. And Blake Griffin buries the three with a hand in his face. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
The pass set it all up.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Brooklyn with the basketball. To Jordan. Shot won't go. Oh, ferocious slam inside. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
From long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Another shot won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Jordan, down low. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. 3 for 6 now.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. It's Atlanta ball. To Trae Young. And scores, plus the foul. You have to respect every part of his game. Blake Griffin going to the line for a chance at 3. Blake Griffin trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 68%. Missed it at the line. Williams across the timeline. Down by 1. Blake Griffin with the block. Hawks get it back. Terrific hustle. Ball stays in play. To Jordan. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Hawks have it. Deep left corner. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Fires the three. Taurean Prince is going to get 3 shots here for his career, 82%. Knocks down the first. And he hits the second. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Williams into the front court. Down 2. Driving right to the... Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Griffin. For 3, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, wiry guy. He can hit shots like those.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
DeAndre Jordan tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Fine to shoot for Atlanta. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
It's Brooklyn's ball. To Griffin. To Dinwiddie. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here comes the screen. Won't go. He can do better than that. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
To Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc for 3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Durant with the basketball up top. They trail by 1. Curling inside. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
For 3. Not that time. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. A 1-point game with a minute gone by in this second quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. steal by Atlanta.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Shot from in close, no good. To Griffin. Fires the three. Won't go down. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. To Aldridge. From long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gets to the basket and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound taken by Griffin. To Durant. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
Aldridge gets a look, can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Allen Crabbe. Jared Allen sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Fires the three. Spencer Dinwiddie, no problem. Contested, hits the three.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
To Beasley. For three, misfires. It's no good. Goes to the left side. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. That shaves the deficit down to 10. Kyrie with the rock. To Aldridge. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Beasley. Screen coming, Williams. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Harden with the basketball. Lead stands at 10. Irving to Harden. Griffin to Harden. Irving. That's good D. Shot no good. Trae Young to Williams. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Into the front court, it's Irving. His team leads it by 10. Good look that time, but off the mark. Trae Young to Beasley. Short jumper off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Harden to Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. 2 of 4 now.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want
it. It's in the hands of Harden. To Aldridge. Oh, emphatic slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Trae Young. Screen coming. Trae Young. Just off the mark. To Irving. Griffin. Blake Griffin is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's struggled so far. First free throw is good. Second one's no good. One more coming. Trae Young to Williams. That's rebounded by the Nets. Harden with it up top. Lead is 12. Kyrie cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Easy path to the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here's Harden with the rock. To Durant. Harden. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Durant. Shot from the lane won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Williams. Can't connect.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
It's the Hawks with the basketball. To Williams. To Trae Young. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Has a look. A shot no good there by Williams.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Trae Young to Williams. Five on the shot clock. And it's Griffin there to clear the rebound. To Durant. Irving to Griffin. Working it outside. Durant. No good. Rebound hauled in by Atlanta. Trae Young to Williams. Runner's good there.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
New blood coming in for both sides. Kevin Durant, 3 for 6 now.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Hawks with the basketball. Here comes the screen. probing the defense. Trae Young, and a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. Deep three at the buzzer. We reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Have a look at the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets. The Hawks are in need of some changes at the half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Bench points.
The Atlanta Hawks had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Blake Griffin and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Griffin buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Beasley to Trae Young. Beyond the arc for 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And scores, plus the foul. DeAndre Jordan, another strong finish, going to the line for a chance at 3.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
DeAndre Jordan at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kevin Durant has it. To Griffin. 4-3. Off the mark. Trae Young. Trying to cash in. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Harden to Durant. Griffin to Irving. Durant. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. To Trae Young. To Williams. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. Fires the three. To Jordan. Durant. To Irving. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Michael Beasley. Harden. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Williams to Capella. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
From the painted area, won't go down. Trae Young to Beasley. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. To Jordan. From long range. That out of his range and no good. Here's Atlanta. Trae Young to Williams. It's a big finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gets a look and a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungry.
Harden in possession. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Jordan. Can't connect from in close. To Williams. Count it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Irving goes to the right side. To Dinwiddie. Irving. He was all over him. Williams across the timeline. His guys down big. Off the assist.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Can't get past the defender. Kevin Durant, now 4 for 9.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Trae Young to Capella. Slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Irving to Griffin. Lets it fly from long range. And Blake Griffin, good on the quick release, 4-3.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Trae Young, a pass, down low to Beasley. Michael Beasley with the slam. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Goes to the left side. Griffin to Durant. Fires the three. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. Blake Griffin able to recover with the block. Count the bucket for 2.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Irving into the front court. His team on top by 13. To Dinwiddie. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And the tenacity of this game has been set from the jump ball. When guys lined up for it, I mean, you saw the bump and the pushing, the shoving going on. Guys weren't giving up that space. They let him know nothing was going to be easy this evening.
Trae Young to Beasley for 3. And Durant able to clear the rebound. Griffin to Jordan. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
DeAndre Jordan trying to cash in on a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. It's Atlanta ball. Trae Young to Beasley. Surveys the floor. Short jumper won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Trae Young to Beasley. Capella down low. Shot from in close, no good. To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Durant. Draws the contact, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot two.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks, but you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Oops, he missed the first one. Oh, he missed on a pair. Hawks have it. Trae Young to Capella. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Here's a chance from long range. He missed his first four from downtown. He finally gets a three to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses four in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Trae Young to Beasley. Not that time. To Jordan. Harden. Irving. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Trae Young to Capella. It was right there. To Jordan. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
DeAndre Jordan at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And add one more to his total. The Hawks will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Wait on it.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Harden. In the slam.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
DeAndre Jordan blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Time for some new personnel into the game. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Allen Crabbe. Doesn't get the bounce. To Harden. Now to Jordan, down low. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Allen Crabbe against Harden. DeAndre Jordan pins it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Substitution being made in this one. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First one goes down.
Good shot, boy.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Blake Griffin rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Wayne Dedman rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Griffin can't connect. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all net so far. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter, and they have really not shown up tonight. This has been a very disappointing performance.
I mean, they've been outplayed in every facet of the game, shooting, rebounding, even taking care of the ball. Even the managers of the opposing team are running out there faster to clean up the floor than their managers are.
Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. No good for Allen Crabbe.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Trae Young. Not that time. To Durant. To Harden. Durant to Dinwiddie. Harden. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Harden has it up the floor. Runner here won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Trae Young. Beyond the arc for three. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Allen Crabbe. Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Harden to Irving. 4-3. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here comes the screen. Trae Young, a pass, down low to Beasley. And it's rebounded by Durant.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now 4 for 6.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Nice pass to get things going.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Nets have the basketball. Harden. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Williams. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Durant across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Irving. Down low to Jordan. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
First one, count it.
Oh, good shot, boy.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Williams into the front court. His guys down big to Allen Crabbe. Count the basket inside.
And for the money Crabbe got, he better be a professional scorer, getting it done the hard way.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Griffin, going to launch, beyond the arc, not getting the bounce. Williams across the timeline, down a bundle, to Beasley. Great feed. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a, you know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out three.
Harden to Griffin from long range. Blake Griffin is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Misses the first. Second and 3, off the mark. Missed opportunity. 0 for 3 at the line. Williams into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Irving to Griffin. Shot from the lane won't go. Williams across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Allen Crabbe. Down low to Williams. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Jordan. Clint Capella, huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Harden to Durant. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Griffin. Fires the three. That won't go. Kevin Durant sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Irving to Griffin. For three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Williams to Beasley. Kevin Durant snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Kyrie lets it go. Jumper's good.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Williams. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. Rises for the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Driving right to the basket. Clint Capella with a piece. Looking to push. The drive right to the basket. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Nope. First one does not go. No good. Missed them both. To Harden. Rocking the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
To Williams. And the nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Durant to Harden. They love this hustle. To Capella. With a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
KD with the rock. To Irving. Here's a chance from long range. You know Kyrie, zero hesitation. Buries it for three.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Williams. Rebound taken in by the Nets. Here's Durant for two. Wide open look, won't go. Pass stolen by the Nets.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. And he misses that one free throw. just what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
Irving to Griffin. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Hawks have the rebound. To Allen Crabbe. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Kevin Durant tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It's the Nets who are victorious. And they're moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Hawks were hoping for a different postseason future, but now it's about what-ifs of the past. The reality of the offseason is now upon them. Check out the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game stats. Player of the game.
DeAndre Jordan was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.